Well, happy Wednesday. How are you? Mornings with Luann and Tim. Thank you to Casey's Security for sponsoring the show for us. All the school buses, by the way, before we get started, canceled. For yeah, I know. We could have a snow day, couldn't we? Can we go too? So for all boards are canceled for Sault Ste. Marie and Algoma. Also, Gooley and Batchewana. So in all directions, the buses are canceled. So
does that mean that if you don't use a bus to get to school, you're still supposed to go to school?
Usually they say that.
Rules?
Usually they say that in the release.
Yeah.
That it wasn't indicated.
So the schools aren't closed.
We don't know that.
We don't know.
We don't know that. Usually they indicate one way or the other. In this particular one, they haven't indicated. So
stay with Luann. She'll update you. Will you?
No. But then it'll be too late. You know what I'm saying?
We know now that there are no buses.
Yes, there are no buses. So
I don't blame the buses.
I don't. You said you don't have winter tires yet. You must be just...
Okay, so no, because what happened was I was stupid. I was supposed to go on a Saturday morning, and then because there's like you go there half an hour before the place opens, and you wait, and then you just get lined up.
Oh, you don't make an appointment?
And I missed 2 Saturdays. And so then I went back and I was like, hi, I missed the Saturdays. And he's like, do you want to look at and he showed me his book. And it's like, so I'm going in this Thursday at 4 o'clock.
A very good friend of mine does mine, and I had to wait more than a week. So this is the time of year, man.
And I need it done because I'm going to Sudbury for December the 13th. So I need to have but so even today, just driving to work today was horrific.
And you know what? Throughout the
without
day,
my winter tires, I was everywhere.
And it's going to be worse as the day progresses. We're expecting a fair amount of snow, so be very, very, very careful.
Very, very careful.
It's Wellness Wednesday. We want you to be well.
We want you to be well.
Not just Wednesday, but every day.
Every day. You know what I wish I had to drive in?
A tank.
Yes. The Tesla Cybertruck. Have you seen the picture of it yet?
I think it's ugly.
It's kind of ugly.
It looks like somebody smashed it down.
But listen to the things about it. It's an all-electric, battery-powered vehicle, truck. It looks like a tank, as far as I'm concerned.
It does, yeah.
It's supposedly bulletproof.
Because we need that.
But then they also
look at it. Look at it. It's very futuristic.
But you know what they did though? They did the demonstration, and they're supposed to be bulletproof and shatterproof windows, and they threw a thing at the windows, and they shattered at the demonstration.
I saw that.
Yeah, he was
was kind of embarrassed.
Yeah, he said maybe I threw it too hard. It's like
a bullet goes faster than that.
You used your hand to throw a metal ball at a car and it broke. I don't think you threw it too hard. I think there's a problem with the windows. Anyway, this vehicle, it can go 800 kilometers on its battery.
Wow.
That's here to Toronto.
That's awesome.
It can go from 0 to 60 miles per hour in less than 2.9 seconds.
Okay.
It's made of titanium.
So it's light.
I would think so. It has self-leveling suspension. It supplies both 110 and 220 volt electricity. Pardon me for burping. And it says that you can use power tools and a generator. Like you can run a generator off the car.
Oui.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's got that kind of power. It's going to have surround cameras, and there's different versions of it. But for the all-wheel drive version, how much? Like I thought it would be super expensive. $49,900 US, $49,900.
Really? That's not so bad.
50 grand for an all-wheel drive Tesla Cybertruck.
But you need a specific place to recharge.
Yeah, we don't have that yet.
You can't do that in your garage, right? You can't plug it into your
I don't know.
wall.
I don't know about the charging. I didn't investigate fully.
I think, yeah. We have a picture of the guy who broke the window.
Do we? Oh, really?
Yeah. Watch, look at this.
Here's the video. He's like, okay, here's my bulletproof car, and I can throw this in its shatterproof glass. Watch
look at
this.
Me go and boom. Smash!
And then he's like, maybe I threw it too hard. And the guy that designed it, that's him off to the right there, whatever his name is, the Tesla guy. And then he throws another. Musk. Yeah, Elon Musk is off. That's him there.
He's going to throw
let's do it
one?
again. Yeah.
What?
Watch, back window. He's like, okay, I won't throw it as hard this time. Here we go. And look at Elon saying, oh, well, it may just be the way it shattered.
Oh, that's embarrassing.
I know.
Elon, honey, you got some money.
So you got to fix that aspect of it. It's supposed to be taking over the Ford F-150 truck. But Mike in the control booth, he told me the Ford F-150s now, they did a test with it. It pulled, what did it pull, Michael? It pulled a transport or something. And
1.2 million pounds.
1.2 million pounds the Ford F-150 pulled. It pulled other Ford F-150s on the back of a flatbed truck, and it pulled them. Like, that's how.
Wow.
So I don't know how this Tesla with.
To me too,
a titanium Tesla.
For us here in Northern Ontario, those of us who have trucks have them to put quads and stuff in, or hauling
that
wood.
That truck didn't even have a back on it,
right?
did it? Like, it didn't have a.
Where's my side-by-side going?
Where's my side-by-side going?
Got to tie it with a bungee cord on the roof.
Anyway.
Just stay away from the windows. Hey, Bill Cosby. I know you've been wondering about him. Yeah, he
still in jail.
Yeah, still in jail. Right. And he says that he expects now that he will be there for the full 10 years because he will never, ever express remorse. If he ever goes before a parole board, they look to see if the person's remorseful, and especially with sex assault cases. Well, he says he's not ever going to be remorseful because he insists that he did none of them. None of them. None of them. And he calls his cell my penthouse. You got to do what you got to do, Bill.
I suppose.
Keep smoking. It can be the penthouse.
How
it can be anything you want. 1,485. Yeah. But you know what? He's good for 10 years. He's all right. You know, he's not like he's not exerting himself, right? He's just kind of wanders off.
Does he still get his private dining room and stuff?
I don't know.
He was getting, like, remember that story? He was getting his meals privately and had his lounge to himself.
The guards
TV,
call him Mr. Cosby. And you're a rapist. Period.
Ouch. Larry King is 86 years old now. He revealed that he spent a good portion of last year in a coma. Nobody really noticed, but
was he aware?
He suffered a stroke in March, okay, and then he had heart surgery, had stents put in.
Okay, and he had heart issues.
1987, Luann, he had a major heart attack where he had a quintuple bypass. 5. I know, quintuple.
Good for you.
Good for me. So, and then, well, obviously, the heart thing worked because in 1997 he married Sean, who was 26 years younger than he was.
Apparently.
But then they divorced, and then they got back together again, and then they divorced again. So he's been married 8 times to 7 women.
Is he married now?
Wouldn't that give you a heart attack?
Wouldn't it?
No, because
so that's Sean.
That's Sean. Look at that face.
She's gorgeous.
Well, I think she's had some, like, she looks a little puffed up.
She looks a little cheeky.
A little cheeky. Look at him. Look at the two of them.
He looks like he's like about 4 feet tall
right now. Right? He looks like Yoda.
I mean, I know when you
Baby
age,
Yoda.
you shrink, but...
Anyway, his doctor told him that he has an incomparable spirit, and he's happy to be back to work, and his mind is as keen and quick. He's working again at 86.
What does he do?
He pays alimony.
He has to work.
He has to work to pay for the wives. But he did say that he was kind of friends with Donald Trump. And he had Donald Trump on his show over 100 times, he figures. And he says, the Donald that I see now is not the Donald that I knew. The Donald that he knew was a moderate, a big supporter of Hillary Clinton, and opposed the war in Iraq. And he says, this Donald is unrecognizable to him. Something.
Really?
Yeah. He said something has happened.
Wouldn't it be interesting to have him interview Donald right now then? Right?
I wonder if Donald would even agree to that now that Larry has said that he doesn't know him.
I bet his staff, if any of them have a brain left, his staff would go, yeah, you're not talking to anybody off script. You're not talking. Period.
So Larry is 86. Tina Turner, have you seen her?
She's stunning.
80.
She's 80?
It was her birthday yesterday.
She has legs to the moon.
Up to her neck.
Gorgeous. Beautiful legs.
And she said on her 80th birthday, she said, if you had told me that I was going to be 80 one day, I would never have believed it. She said, but here I am, and this is what 80 looks like. She said, I look great, I feel good, and I'm happy.
She has a gorgeous,
performing for 6 decades, 12 Grammys. And you know what her name was when she was born?
No.
Anna Mae Bullock from Nutbush, Tennessee. Anna Mae Bullock from Nutbush, Tennessee.
Anna Mae Bullock.
Tina Turner has sold more concert tickets than any other solo performer in music history.
I love to watch her dance. That little
Happy birthday, Tina Turner.
Happy birthday.
I hope when I'm 80 I can still rock high heels and fishnets like you.
I can't do that now.
You will be able to if you meet our first guest.
Yes, she's awesome.
Jody is here from Yes It Fits, talking about foundation garments and the difference it can make in
not just foundation
life.
garments, but foundation garments.
Did I do that?
Yes, you
Foundation
did.
garments.
Foundation garments. The lifter uppers and the.
We're gonna have Jody on the show next, so stay with us, and you're gonna learn all about boobs.
Bras.
Be right back after this.
Snort.
Here, your education is everything, supporting your true sense of purpose. Here, you'll learn from professors who will understand you, who will challenge you, and offer you support on your journey. Here, you'll study programs built on real values: business, technology, science, arts and social sciences, always geared to make a positive difference. Here, you'll have a chance to assist in faculty research, leaving your mark wherever you go. Here, you'll focus on what matters to you and impact the world around you. Algoma University. Come take a closer look.
Okay, I've been looking forward to having you on the show, Jody McNabb, because, I don't know if you know this or not, but I do drag.
I do know that.
So I wear foundation garments, and I'm familiar with how it can shape your body.
Absolutely.
I'm also familiar with the fact that these aren't just things that hold your boobs in. This is all about how you feel about yourself.
Absolutely.
Am I right?
Absolutely. That's the biggest thing, no pun intended. But it really is. It makes you feel good. When you put on that first layer in the morning and you feel good and you know you look good, it's all about doing that for you.
Can I ask you, okay, so this is a second career for you. You're in real estate, and now this 2 years ago.
It's really a hobby. It started out as a whim. And I get bored really quick in things, and I really just wanted something to do. I wanted something that I felt was going to be of a lot of importance. I met a lot of ladies who not just complained about their bra or things like that, but were really just not confident in themselves, body image issues, things like that. Too late in life to become like a plastic surgeon, so this was kind of my next option, and that's really what started it. Was just. Did
you have issues shopping for bras?
I did.
Yourself?
I've always had a chest, and I finally actually did find bras that fit me really well, and unfortunately the store that I was buying them from had to close, and so it was really for a lot of selfish reasons as well.
So there was, okay.
And really I thought, you know what, I didn't realize that people did have these issues, because I was actually fortunate enough to always know of, my mom instilled that in me when I was young, that, you know, you wear a good bra, you find a good bra, all those things were very important. So I've always had that. I didn't realize everyone actually had problems with bras until I got really talking to people.
There's way more to a bra than just like your measurement around and your cup size.
Absolutely.
There's way more to it than that.
And a lot of people, I know there's statistics out there that, you know, 80% of people are wearing the wrong bra size, which isn't inaccurate. However, sometimes you're wearing the right size but the wrong style. So it's almost like a science, whereas you can be wearing one style of bra and it's just not flattering on you. For example,
Go ahead.
So something with like a contoured cup like this. Okay, this is a cup that you need to fill. So if you are starting, and it happens to all of us as we age, that everything drops basically.
Yeah.
So there comes a time.
Luann says if you want to see her nipples, she just lifts up her pant leg.
See, perfect. See, and this is where it probably, you know, can end up down at the bottom of the wire. But this, what happens is you can't fill the cup anymore. So you may get gaping in here. So something that's then softer. So this is going to rest against you. This is going to mold to your body. And it's not necessarily that this one's right for everyone or this one's right for everyone. This is why I have to have so many styles, is because a lot of it has to do with the style as opposed to just the actual size.
So and this one has a bit of a wire in it.
Yeah.
But you don't necessarily have to have an underwire for support, right?
No, you don't have to have a wire.
This one has no wire.
That one has no wire. This is
so soft.
This is the most, I can't keep these things in stock. I brought them in as I thought was like a comfy Sunday afternoon sleep bra, and people are just, I can't keep them in stock.
No
They're
kidding.
so comfy. They have nice side coverage. They're just
extra side coverage.
Yeah.
It says it right there.
Yeah, they're just super popular. No, you don't get that. And everyone has it. My tiny ladies have it. My larger ladies have it.
The little roll?
Yeah, everyone has it. It's skin. I mean, it really is skin. We really and that's the one thing I do. I don't charge for bra fittings, but you do have to listen to me lecture you about body image. That is the one criteria I have when people come in the store.
You don't charge for fittings?
No, I don't charge for fittings.
That's included in the...
That's just, yeah, it's there because I want people to understand it, but you have to listen to me rant about educating.
What's that? What is this?
That's a panty.
I thought this was camis. Look at how cute this is. Oh, you sell this stuff too.
Oh, I sell, and
look, there's a picture. You sell everything. You sell
everything.
clothes.
So I have sleepwear. I now, actually, that's not in there, but I do have swimwear now. Because there was nowhere to get like functional swimwear that holds everything in place and is
how hard it is
flattering.
when you're going on a vacation in December, January to find a bathing suit in this town?
So I'm limited. I try to keep it limited because I do want to focus on the bras.
Yeah.
But I have brought in some really nice lines of swimwear, and that's been like flying out the door as well.
Let's talk misconceptions. What when people come in or they think about your store, or bras in general, are there misconceptions?
Absolutely. The first misconception is if you're heavier, you can't wear pretty. This right here, all the way from like a B cup all the way to a 46J cup.
I had no idea there was a J.
I actually can go to K and M in certain bras. But just an example that it doesn't matter what size you are, you can wear pretty. You can wear pretty.
And look, it's a little see-through, so you'd see some areola. That'd be nice. No, that's
it's
pretty.
True. And so that's one misconception, is that my heavier chested girls or my heavier girls don't feel that they can wear pretty bras.
Well, okay.
So that's one thing.
Luann was talking about price point, saying that some people think that, oh, it's a specialty store. She just sells bras, so it's going to be way expensive. And
it's honestly, my price points go between $44 and my highest price one is $87.
Okay, so you're going to go out and buy. Now you have other clients. You get recommended by some of the dress shops in town because someone's going to go and spend $500 on a dress.
Absolutely.
And then the people who own the store will say, you know what, that's a beautiful dress on you, but it's not flattering to your physique, or the bra you have isn't good enough. It doesn't. You're going to spend that kind of money on a dress.
And that's exactly right. And like you said, the key word you said was foundation.
Foundation.
The bra is your foundation. I also have shapewear. So this stuff that holds you in, I have it in a panty form. I have it that goes all the way up to here. It's really about, it's not about hiding anything. It's just about feeling good. And if that's going to help you feel better and hold yourself more confident, that's the message I'm trying to send. If you're okay with however you want to be, I absolutely think that's fantastic.
Right.
But if you want to tuck things in or you feel better and you hold yourself better that way, then I want to have that service available as well.
Okay, so I have a story for you. Okay. Have you ever heard of this sort of thing happening where I was a co-worker and we were all friends, very friendly, and you could see that she was trying to change her body image. She had her hair cut and dyed, and she was making an effort to change the way that she looked. And then, but the one thing that was lacking, and a fellow co-worker felt comfortable enough to say, you know what, I think it would really help the way you're trying to change, would be a new foundation garment, new bra. And she said, can I take you shopping? And she took her friend, this co-worker, shopping. She came back into work. I swear to God, she had a waist none of us had ever seen before.
Absolutely.
And the girls looked good.
Yeah, absolutely.
2 days later, she came back into work, and they were back down again. Her husband got jealous and said, they look too good. I don't want you showing those things off like that. Have you ever heard stories like that?
Oh, I've heard them, and
Isn't that awful?
It's awful. It's awful to me. And people come in and they say, oh, my husband would love this, or what would my husband think of this? And I'm all for, you know, making your spouse happy and having that relationship where you walk in the door, but it has to be about you. It has to be about you looking good. It's funny. I have ladies who are single and they have the matching panty and bra. If I don't have the matching panty, they're devastated. They're like, I have to have the set. And it's for them. And that's the biggest, when I hear that, that like makes my chills go up my spine, because I'm so happy that that's what they're doing it for. People have different relationships. I have a lot of male clients who shop for their wives. I keep everyone on registry in the computer. And it's so easy for the men. They come in, they can't screw it up because I won't let them. So they come in and they say, this is her name, and I look it up on the computer and they say, oh, I like this one. I'm like, no, you're not buying that one. Because they're looking at what they saw on whatever show they might have been watching. And I'm like, no, that's not her style. She's not flattering in that. But here's what she wears. Pick a color. That's all you got to do. Ooh. Pick a color. And the nice part is, women are so practical. They're like, nude and black, which is practical. But they love the blue or the red or the purple or the pretty, but they won't buy it for themselves because it's not practical, right? Women are all about take care of the family, put the family first. So a man can come in and buy her the things that she won't splurge on. Right. So I love when I see the men come in. I absolutely love it because it just, I know what kind of relationship that is.
We should talk about where you're at so that people can come find you.
So I am at 557 Second Line East.
Which puts us where?
Almost right across from the City Police on Second Line. Just a few down from west of Good Life Fitness.
Okay, great.
Little house, looks like a little house.
Really?
You walk
that's
in.
you.
It's not a house. Please don't knock because sometimes I just don't hear you. Just walk in. It is a store.
You're closed Sunday,
Mondays?
That's all it is.
Closed on Sundays, Mondays, 11 to 5, Tuesdays, Thursdays, Fridays. Wednesdays, I've just started opening 11 to 7, and Saturdays is 11 to 3.
Oh, lots of opportunity to get there.
Absolutely.
Lunch hour on the weekend.
And I will make after hours appointments.
You will?
I will, but you have to call for those or email me. But yeah, I will make after hours appointments.
So it's Yes It Fits.
Yes, it fits.
And it sure does. You look fabulous.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I always have to, every time I go out, that's the first thing I have to worry about is how those look, because everyone looks there the first time. As soon as I say what I own, their eyes are like, oh.
I would imagine
I'm judged.
so.
I'm judged. It's okay. I've learned to just live with it.
I think it's fabulous.
I love it.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
And best of luck and happy holidays.
Thank you, Tim. Thank you so much.
Go check it out. Check it out whether you're a husband buying for a wife or just want the girls to feel good. All right. Jody McNabb, Yes It Fits. We'll be back with Luann. She's coming to see you, by the way.
I heard.
Yes. I want to see the difference in Luann when she comes around and be like, yes, it does
Now
fit.
I have a test there.
All right. Okay, we'll be back with Luann right after this.
That's fine.
home, lighting is just as important as style.
With PowerView Motorization from Hunter Douglas, you can schedule your shades to light up the room, create privacy, or both, automatically. No hands required.
So your shades will always be in the right place at the right time in style. And it's only from Hunter Douglas.
Now that was cool.
So interesting, right?
So
it's really important. You know what? I'm going to go in.
I was saying to Jody, Luann, you talked about going in. I would love to, there's more things I want to talk to her about, but the time ran out. I would love for her to come back. If you go in there and have the experience, I would love to talk about how that went for you.
Absolutely, I would do that.
Now, we were talking about J Cup. Can you imagine? Now, and then I was saying to you, I remember hearing Dolly Parton. I remember Dolly Parton's measurements were something like 52-26. I remember thinking, oh my gosh, her breasts are twice the size of her waist. 52-inch bust line.
Right?
What the
That
heck?
can't be good. You know what? I'm thinking
people
about
with the ruts and the shoulders.
the ruts.
But see, the stuff that she has, it looked like... She must know what to do about that stuff. I mean, she deals with about 5 different companies. She said, I have about 5 different companies.
Dolly?
No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Jody. 5 different companies because she said the product line is expansive, but she's found 5 really great companies that she relies on, and that's basically what she carries in the store.
That's awesome. And you know what?
She seems like she knows
to
her
me,
stuff.
though, before she went to air with Tim, she was talking about how some people think it's silly to pay that much money for an amount of money for a bra, but they'll spend $85 on a sweater that they'll wear twice in a year.
Twice in a year, whereas
right?
the bra you put on every day.
Yeah. And you know what? Make it like a treat. Every 3 months, get a new one.
And she also
Save up
said
the colors.
That's what she said. Two people come in and go, this time I want pink, you know?
Yeah, definitely.
Fun. Feel good.
Ah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Undershirts don't work for me anymore. I try, but so Mama's got to get a good, what do you call it? Foundation clothing?
Garment.
Foundation garment.
Remember, I also told you about actresses. Meryl Streep. Here's the story about Meryl Streep's foundation garment, because she does a lot of period pieces, like when she did French Lieutenant's Woman.
Yes.
Okay.
And she did Reds.
So whenever she plays a character, she insists that her foundation garments are authentic, either for the period or for the character. So if she's playing a woman in the 1940s, she would never just wear normal pantyhose. She would insist on wearing the garters and the silk stockings, and because she said from an actor's perspective, she needs to live in that person's era, then that in their skin, and dress like they would underneath the costume.
Does that make sense to you?
Absolutely.
Really? Yeah?
Yeah. Yes.
So that doesn't show that she's not a great actress because she can't.
It shows that she really
she's dedicated,
and that she creates her character from the inside out, and it starts on the inside and then builds out, and it goes to the foundation garment, like whether it's a corset or a bra or no bra.
Imagine those corsets. Oh my goodness, back in the 1600s. Good Lord, they were made of trees. I swear to goodness, you had to trim them every once in a while because they had leaves sticking out of your, and like your waist was this big. You let it go and your ankles like deflated, and yeah, you had knees again. Yeah, those things, I don't know, man. I could never wear one of those. Seriously.
Okay, are we going to break now? Because that was so funny I can't even speak anymore.
Okay, well, we have the news coming up right after this. So
this is why I love you, Luann, because nobody else can do this. What are we going to do when you retire? I don't know, because who else can talk about corsets made of trees and then 2 minutes later be delivering the news the way that you do?
Well,
you're a phenomenon.
Thank you so much.
Welcome.
You're a dolly.
Okay.
Appreciate it. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Past year we've been celebrating our 65th anniversary, dating back to services originating in our community in 1954, which is quite some time ago. It's been a great opportunity this past year to recognize the pioneers, the stakeholders that worked tirelessly to create what we are today. I'm grateful for everything that the families 65 years ago and the people that assembled the organization have done in order for us to achieve the success that we're experiencing 65 years later.
Okay, it looks like we're looking at nothing, but you've been picking husky hairs off my shirt. Keith, what was in the laundry with my work shirt?
Oh my God, he was talking to me and there was one sticking out, and
husky hairs.
Husky hairs.
It's not mine, because I know I'm not that gray yet.
No, and it's not that long.
No.
Your hair.
National Tie One On Day. But it doesn't mean you get to go have No. It's apron. Because it's the day before U.S. Thanksgiving, so this day is, what it says is, put on an apron and bake something and give it to someone who's less fortunate than you. Tie one on. Tie on an apron and cook something or do something for someone else the day before Thanksgiving in the U.S.
I like that. I collect aprons. I never wear them.
Do you collect aprons?
I do. Yeah, I love aprons.
Well, now I know I'm going to get you for Christmas.
Yes, as if you're going to get me anything for Christmas.
I know. I just say I'm going to do stuff and I never do.
He never does.
I never do.
Unsealed search warrants. Remember Kevin O'Leary, that boating accident?
Yes.
A person died. There was a collision in the night, and
his wife was not charged. She apparently was asked
these unsealed search warrants indicate that she was asked to do a breathalyzer, and between the accident and the breathalyzer, she had a vodka. So she blew over, but they're not sure whether or not they're going to charge her yet. This is according to the unsealed search warrants. Her lawyer says she was not intoxicated. She had a drink of vodka after the accident to settle herself down.
Luann, have you heard this? Do you know that's a strategy?
What?
If someone is involved in an accident and they've been drinking, oftentimes a lawyer will say, have a drink.
Oh, really?
Because then they can claim that they had the drink, and if they blow...
Oh, so he's not really lying.
Exactly. So basically, it's like, I've heard that before, where someone has gone home after an accident, and it happened in Sault Ste. Marie.
Really?
Somebody had an accident, and they were drinking, and then they left their vehicle and ran home. Remember the guy, and they followed his tracks in the snow? Remember that story? And then they found him in his house, and he was drinking, and he said he wasn't drunk at the time. He only started drinking after the accident.
How do you prove that, right?
And lawyers have often said, have a drink.
Really? That's kind of sneaky.
It's terrible.
I love it. No, really, don't do that.
Don't do that. Because you're going to get caught, because...
Yeah. Well, so Kevin, Mrs. O'Leary is apparently just...
Mrs. O'Leary.
She's very upset.
Kicked over the lantern and the house... Yeah.
Yeah, Mrs. O'Leary's very upset, yeah.
So do they know? We don't know yet.
We don't know yet. We're waiting.
Still under investigation. We have to go.
Yes, we have to go.
What's going on? Oh! Chess! What's going on?
We did that with the last segment you had.
What?
Chest.
Chest. No, not chest. Chess.
Chess.
We have a chess club in Sault Ste. Marie, the Twin Cities, too, and they have a tournament coming up this weekend, and apparently there's like, I have to go, 25 people coming in front of town, watch the interview now.
Housed in a 15,000 square foot custom manufacturing facility built to produce world-class cabinetry at surprisingly affordable prices, Great Lakes Fine Cabinetry brings your project from initial concept to final design. Proudly providing Northern Michigan and the Algoma region with quality hand-built cabinetry for the past 20 years. Located at 844 East 3 Mile Road, Sault Ste. Marie, Michigan, Great Lakes Fine Cabinetry, making your cabinetry dreams come true.
From Women in Crisis. Today is day 3 of 16 days of activism against gender-based violence. This is a time to take action to end violence against women and girls around the world. 16 days, 16 women, 16 bouquets of roses. We at Women in Crisis, with the help of Superior Media, want to shine the light on the incredible actions of individuals in this community who are working to end violence against women. The roses being presented are in memory of the 14 women who lost their lives on December 6, 1989, and in honor of all women who have died or endured gender-based violence. Join us today as we present these roses to Mickey Nacarado. Hi Mickey, thank you for having us here today. You have been nominated by a member of our community for your strength, your courage, your work and passion towards ending violence against women, and your dedication to bringing change for future generations. Specifically, you were nominated for your pivotal role in the addictions and mental health field, and as a leader in bringing change for the rights and quality of life for all women. So thank you for being a light in this community.
Thanks very much, Sarah. And I accept this on behalf of all of our women here who work with women with addictions.
Remember, one candle can light thousands. Mickey is one of many who are working hard to end gender-based violence. Stay with us over the next few days as we continue to highlight those who are shining the light in this community. How can you help? Visit womenincrisis.ca today. Remember, ending violence against women starts with you.
Don't be alarmed, it's just a test. Provincial and territorial emergency management systems will send test signals to your wireless device today, as well as to radio and TV stations. Depending on where you live, the tests will be conducted mid-morning or early afternoon in every part of the country except Nunavut. Here in Ontario, they're scheduled for 2:55 this afternoon. Since January, Canada's telecom regulator says 125 emergency messages have been issued, warning Canadians of potentially life-threatening situations like tornadoes, floods, and amber alerts. Some of the alerts were issued late at night, prompting a few people to complain that they are an annoyance and face a massive backlash on social media from others who support the alerts. Pelmorex, which operates the system's technical infrastructure, says the test alerts are necessary to ensure the system is working properly and to educate Canadians on what the warning signals look and sound like. To receive alerts, compatible wireless devices must be equipped with the latest operating software and be connected to an LTE network when the alert is issued. All wireless devices sold by service providers after April 6, 2019 were required to be public alerting capable. Yesterday morning, East Algoma OPP responded to a report of a missing person in Iron Bridge. Police say at about 4 in the morning, 73-year-old James Jim Wagner left his residence on foot. The OPP are currently conducting a search and have deployed the OPP Emergency Response Team and the OPP Canine Unit to assist. James Wagner is 5'11", 230 pounds, has white hair, a white beard, and was wearing winter boots and a gray down winter jacket. Police and family are concerned for his well-being. An Ontario researcher is calling on society to take swift action to solve the growing problem of plastics accumulating in the Great Lakes. Engineering and public policy professor at McMaster University, Gail Krantzberg, has detailed her findings in a research review published recently in the New Journal of Waste Resources and Recycling. She said the microplastic problem in the Great Lakes mirrors that of the oceans. Small organisms mistake microplastics for plankton, and from there they work their way up the food chain. She said the plastics work their way into the Great Lakes through two main routes: plastic bags that fly away from landfills and land in streams, eventually breaking down into smaller and smaller plastics that flow right into the lakes, and through the sewer system. Plastics from a wide variety of clothing and textiles come off during washing and head down the pipes toward the sewage treatment plants. Krantzberg also said that the typical sewage treatment process in Ontario does not capture those microplastics, and there is no known technology that can suck those plastics out of the lakes once they've been entered into them. She also noted that recycling systems have failed, and a very small proportion of what's in the blue bin gets recycled. The Eco-Fiscal Commission says quadrupling Canada's carbon price by 2030 is the easiest and most cost-effective way for the country to meet its climate targets. But the independent think tank also warns that might be the toughest plan to sell to the public because the costs of carbon taxes are highly visible. The Commission is issuing its final report today after spending the last 5 years trying to prove to Canadians we can address climate change without killing the economy. The report looks at the options for Canada to toughen climate policies to meet the 2030 goal of cutting greenhouse gas emissions by almost 1/3 from where they are now. The choices include raising the carbon price, introducing new regulations, and adding subsidies to encourage and reward greener, cleaner behavior. The report concludes that all of those can reduce emissions, but that carbon pricing stands out for doing it with the lowest cost to consumers while permitting the most economic growth. It adds that the economic benefits of carbon pricing become even greater if the revenues are returned to Canadians through corporate and personal income tax cuts rather than direct household rebates, as is done right now. Transport Minister Marc Garneau says feds made the right choice not to legislate an end to CN rail strike.
Taken an approach like the previous government of deciding to legislate back to work, we would not have a solution today. Because as quickly as we would have decided to convene Parliament with everything that needs to be done to arrive at, let's say, royal assent for a piece of legislation, we still would not have an agreement today. The result, because of the approach that we took, is that we do have a solution today, and better still, the two sides sat down and mutually agreed to a solution, and that is always a better approach than to use forced legislation.
Every kid knows the power of a wish. That's why I'm here for Make-A-Wish, to help you find money you can donate. Grandmas are a great source of free money. All you gotta do is visit them once in a while.
It's about time! Here's your birthday card, next year's card, last year's card, money for the motion picture. Give me a hug!
If I can find ways to raise money to grant a kid's wish, you can too.
Here, your education is everything, supporting your true sense of purpose. Here, you'll learn from professors who will understand you, who will challenge you, and offer you support on your journey. Here, you'll study programs built on real values: business, technology, science, arts and social sciences, always geared to make a positive difference. Here, you'll have a chance to assist in faculty research, leaving your mark wherever you go. Here, you'll focus on what matters to you and impact the world around you. Algoma University. Come take a closer look.
To Mornings with Luann and Tim, and I am with Jeff Primo in the studio. Hello, Jeff.
Hello, how are you?
I'm well, thanks for joining me. Jeff, are you a founding member of this?
I am one of the founding members of Twin City Chess Club.
Twin City Chess Club. Oh, the poster's up right now, Jeff. Look at that. Looks great.
It does.
Battle of the Minds. I have bad news for you. If we have a Battle of the Minds, I'm not going to be much competition for you.
I believe you can. It's not hard to compete in chess.
Okay, you say that, but do you think there's a preconceived notion that chess is a difficult game?
There's definitely a preconceived notion that
Who did that? Why?
I'm not sure why. It's unfair and it's unjust to the game. It's a great game and it's not as complicated as people make it out.
Well, kids play chess.
Kids play chess.
Our camera person.
Drunk people play chess.
Drunk people play chess. But not a lot of women play chess.
No, there's not a lot. Some of the ones that do are really good.
I bet they are. It's just funny though when you think about it. I mean, anyway, that's
the queen is the most powerful piece.
That's the thing. Women should like chess. The queen is the most powerful thing in the whole game. This is like
women rule.
The queen rules. You know what? That's why gay men like chess too, because the queen rules. Okay, listen, Jeff.
Yes.
The other fun thing I didn't know about was the clock. I always wanted to play chess just for the clock because it looked like fun to hit the buttons.
Some of the kids love doing that too. They really do.
So let's talk about when. Do you think it's too late for a person my age to learn how to play chess? And by my age, I mean like over 50.
Not at all. No, it's easy for you to learn chess. It really is. At the beginning of the game, it doesn't matter what level you are, grandmaster or beginner. The board looks like this.
And you already taught me how to set up the board. I kind of had an idea because my brother was a. That's also I think what intimidated me because my brother played chess and he was so intelligent. My brother is so smart that I always thought chess was a game for really highly intelligent people. But it's a game of strategy, right?
It is.
So it's and the more you play, the more you learn how to strategize.
Strategize, even trickery. Trickery is part of chess.
What do you mean trickery?
I love trickery.
Trickery.
Gambits. Yeah. Gambits are fun. It's a fun way to play. They're not always sound games, but people think they have the advantage. And
are these chess terms trickery and gambits?
Well, gambits is a real one. Trickery, that's my own.
That's just your own.
Yeah.
Okay, so you taught me like a very basic thing was tell me about the white. This is the castle.
Yes, it's the white castle. When you're setting up the chessboard,
the white right.
White square.
White square
is on the white right corner.
So So my white castle goes on the. So this is how you make sure you got the game set up right. Right, my white
A1. A1 is a white rook. That's what you
A1.
Yeah.
But that's not what you taught me, is it? What you teach me? White on the right.
White to the right for when you're setting up the board.
That's what I meant.
Yeah.
So white to the right. So my white rook.
Yes.
Which looks like a castle to me.
Yes.
He goes on the white square. And then that counters. And then I kind of knew, I just knew that the king and the queen had to be in the middle. The queen is the one with the fancier headpiece?
No,
that's the king.
Yeah.
The queen has the crown.
Yes.
He's got like the thingy. Okay, I knew they were in the middle. Then these are the bishops, right?
They are?
Because in the royal family, like, it's all about religion and the queen, the king of England and the church, and there's the bishops. Then there's the horsies, but they're really knights.
They're knights.
So after the church comes your army.
There they come.
And then what are these guys? What are the rooks do? Are they castles?
They're castles, they're your rooks, they're your pillars.
They're my pillars.
They're your pillars.
These are your pawns.
The pawns.
They're like are they like the little warriors who go venturing out first?
They are the ones that set the pace, they do.
Okay.
And they're definitely underrated because each one of these...
Yeah, they are underrated. You know why? Because they have the name pawn and it makes it sound like it's like little and not important.
Yeah.
But they're not there.
No. When I look at a pawn, a lot of times I look at it and I see a queen.
Are these based on... Is this based on royalty and the breakdown of royalty? Like, why are we calling them these things? Does chess come from?
Well, chess has been around for centuries. It's roughly 1,500 years old.
Holy smokes!
It is an older game, one of the oldest games in the world.
That's a good-looking queen for an old broad.
I think so.
All right.
I think so. They have changed the styles of the pieces over the years, but this is the one that most people have come to know.
Now, how did you get involved in chess?
Did
it come later in life for you?
It came later on in life.
Friends introduced you to it?
Friends introduced me to chess. It did. I think I started playing really when I was around 25.
Okay, so the Twin City Chess Club, obviously, that's two cities.
It is.
Two St. Marie's.
Yes.
We have members from both sides of the bridge.
We do.
Where do you guys usually get together to play your club?
We meet at the main public library, which is in essence a separate chess club.
Oh, they have their own chess club as well, eh?
They have their own chess club.
But you use that space
we
as well?
use their space,
That's
their facility.
Nice.
Yeah,
good for them.
It's nice because it adds, it gives us stability for our club, a regular meeting time and place.
When is that?
Tonight, actually, 6 o'clock.
Except that we're taping this.
That's right.
That's okay.
6 o'clock.
But it's on Tuesdays, you mean?
Tuesdays, 6 p.m. to 8:30 p.m.
Really?
Yeah.
And anybody can go?
Anybody can go.
Do you have to be? Does it cost to be a member of the chess club?
No, it doesn't.
Really?
No, nothing to join the club, nothing to play at the library, but events. Events is when you do, because we have to pay for...
Well, the tournament, you got prizes and stuff, and you got and venues. I mean,
but that's not the club itself, right? This is
you're hosting an event when you do that, but the club itself, there's no charge.
No.
What about ages? How many, what age range do you have of club members? Do you have kids in the club? Do you have kids?
Our youngest one that comes to mind is 7, and or one of the younger ones that we've been introduced to. And the older members, he would be 74.
Whoa!
And one of the strongest players that we have.
Which, the 7-year-old or the 74-year-old? Both.
The 74.
Okay, when you guys play, or gentlemen, ladies, children, whatever, do you try to find somebody who is a compatible level than you? Because one of the things we were talking before the show, and the camera person said one of the reasons why she stopped playing was because she kept getting beaten by her opponents, and that's no fun for somebody when all you do is lose.
It isn't fun to lose all the time, unless you're someone like myself who enjoys competition.
Okay, so, but do you try to match skill levels?
Yeah, and that's the great thing about the tournament. The way they're set up is that the breakdown is winners play winners, basically. So as you go on throughout the rounds, you are going to play someone your level.
Okay.
You are. It's just the way it goes.
Now, and it also says here, this is where I didn't know about the timer thing.
Yes.
Time control is 25 minutes. So what that means is, for the entire duration of the game, I have a total of 25 minutes to take my turns. And
if I all your turns.
All of my turns.
All of your turns.
So for instance, if I were to do this, I'm going to take my turn. So I'm going to turn my clock on. Which one is me? This side? Okay, so do I push the button when I'm ready to go?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm going. You go.
So you're going. So sorry, this is how you would start the clock. You unpause it.
Yeah.
And then when you're done, you move.
So I start my move how? I'm going now?
Now you're going.
Nothing's ticking.
Well, so you're at 24 minutes.
Oh, because it's minutes. I was thinking seconds.
So the first one, it'll tick down.
So I would go like this. Okay, here's my first move. Is this the move you taught me? This one?
Yes.
You taught me that move?
Almost.
No, you taught me this move.
That's
and
right.
then I would go, do I hit the button?
Yes, you do.
And now it's your turn.
So E4, which is what you did, is one of the most common moves there are in chess.
You taught me that. It's a common opening move.
I did, and I feel really bad for a slip-up I just did.
Wow, you started the clock while I was still talking.
But it's one hand.
Okay.
There's another funny rule about chess.
What?
Same hand touches the clock that touches your piece. One hand.
Really?
Yeah. I'm not sure why.
They're fussy. They're fussy. The next move you taught me had something to do with my bishop.
It was?
Because he's freed up now.
That's right. And
I can follow the white lines, and he can go as far as he wants, but I want to try to pick off one of your guys to get him away from the queen. So I'm going to move my bishop to try to get rid of that guy. Or not your king, the king. So that's my move. Did I do that right?
I think so.
You taught me that move. Isn't that the right move?
We're working at Scholar's Mate.
Scholar's Mate.
Scholar's Mate. And I move a little bit quicker if that's okay.
That's okay. Now I'm pretty sure the next thing you said was, I can move my. Can I move my queen now?
You can. That's an ideal move.
It is, and it's the queen is going to go to over. She has to go on a diagonal straight line.
Yeah, diagonal.
She can come to here.
That's right.
And then I go boom. I'm learning how to play chess. Okay, going.
You
are
running
out of time.
You are okay. All right. So I'm just seeing this and not paying attention. I'm going to come out and attack with my knight.
Well, that was silly of you, because now my queen has a direct line to this guy who's... my goal is to try to get to your king.
That's right.
And by getting rid of this pawn, boom, checkmate.
Checkmate.
I just won the game, and I only didn't even use up a minute. Now, I have never played chess before in my life, but you explained to me literally in 5 minutes about an opening move and how the things could move. Do you offer this kind of instruction in the club? Can I come to you and say, Jeff, I want to learn how to play chess. Does the club ever have time to teach me?
Yes, we do. You are free to meet me at the library. If you see me in the mall or in a bar, I don't care.
You do pubs.
I love chess pub nights.
You do that. You had like 14 guys played recently.
We have, and we do. We get together. There's
what a great fun thing.
We help out our local economy. We help out the downtown, and we're bringing chess to the public.
So now this Battle of the Minds chess tournament is going to be at the Bush Plain Museum. It's a 2-day tournament, November 29th, November 30th. They have to pre-register?
Pre-registration is recommended.
Okay, how do they do that? Where are they going?
They can contact us through email, phone number, and we can
put the phone number up after Jeff in post-production. We'll put the phone number on the television screen, and your email address we can put up twincitychess@outlook.com. We can put all that up on after, so the audience will see that. Nice, right?
Nice, yeah.
I know they're very clever in the booth there. Now, the other thing that people should know is there are prizes.
There are prizes.
So for this particular tournament, a beginner level, yes, no? There'll be some people who play at beginner levels.
So for the youth section, there will be a U9, U11, which means under 9 years old, under 11, under 13, under 17, and then the open division. The open division is for, well, anyone, even if you're a youth and you want to play in the open division and challenge yourself, you can.
Okay, this is fantastic. And it runs all day. Like on Friday, the 29th, you guys start at 4:30 and then you play again at 6.
That's right.
Saturday, 10 a.m., 11 a.m., 12 p.m., 1:30, 2:30 with awards to follow.
Yes.
Brilliant. They're telling us we have to go. Okay. I feel like we didn't get enough in. I'd like to learn more, but maybe I should just come to the tournament and watch.
I would love if you came and watched.
That might be fun.
Or chess pub night.
That might be fun.
That is fun.
Okay. So this is Jeff Primo. You can also get a hold of, who's your cohort?
Co-host, partner would be Jeremy Packwood.
I know him.
Yes,
Jeremy Packwood. He's a very athletic guy. He rides his bicycle and does stuff like, doesn't he,
Yes,
Jeremy?
he's a boxer as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you and Jeremy are kind of running the show here?
We took up the reins, that's right. Just seemed like chess locally was dying and...
Bring it back.
That's what we're trying to do.
I might actually... Okay, you know what? You and I are going to spend some time together and I'm going to learn to play chess again. And then I can beat my brother. All right, for more
I can show you, I promise.
For more information on the chess tournament and the Twin City Chess Club, just look at those instructions on the screen and we'll be back with more Mornings with Luann and Tim right after this. Thanks for being here, Jeff.
Thanks for having me.
Pleasure.
As a nation, Canada has participated in all of the major world conflicts. In the Sioux area alone, over 10,000 men and women have enlisted in the Canadian Armed Forces. The Veterans Commemorative Monument aims to cement the legacy of the Canadian Armed Forces in stone. It will highlight the bravery, strength, courage, and sacrifice of our servicemen and women. In times of need, they volunteered to serve us. Now it is our time to thank and recognize their sacrifice. You can help honor our men and women of service by donating today. To help construct this special, one-of-a-kind monument, visit thosewhoserve.ca to find out how to donate and more.
I'm going to beat you to it. Thank you, KC Security, for sponsoring our show. We thank you. Oh, guys, be safe out there, KC Security on the road.
It has not stopped snowing since I came in this morning, and boy, it is full on blizzard.
And Craig says it's going to keep up like this.
Yeah, all day.
Craig,
supposed to end up about
our weather specialist.
Yes, Craig Huckerby is our weather specialist.
So be careful, please.
Yes, be very,
don't go if you don't need
careful.
to.
Yeah, the kids are off from school because of the buses.
Yeah.
They're not running. So if you don't need to go out today, nice day to hunker down, have a cup of coffee, sit at the window and go
and watch our show again at 10, 6, and 10.
There you go.
Or 9. Okay.
We will keep you company.
See you tomorrow.
Bye.